difference in the wide receiver?
I know I say it a lot, but this might be the best receiver room I've been a part of. I say it every year, but we always get great players come in. So that's been very fortunate for me in my career to be around a lot of great young players, and they've added to the room tremendously. They're already very polished already. Emeka's really strong hands, super smart, Tez, speed, quickness.
Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. As you heard Mike Evans talk about the Buccaneers receiver room, he believes it's the strongest room he's been a part of so far in his career. And talking about the young receivers that they've added, and we'll get to that in a second here. But let's talk about this Buccaneers receiver room for 2025. I think it is very deep. It might be the deepest position on the team when you look at it, starting with Mike Evans. Then you have Chris Godwin, who's the other veteran receiver. Those two have been side by side for a long time, since 2017. And you just hope they both can stay healthy. They have struggled with injuries in their past, especially Chris Godwin lately, coming off the ankle foot injury that he suffered last year. And you're just hoping he can come back and get healthy, get 100%, and find a way to get back to what he was doing last year. And the good news is, with the additions they've made with Jalen McMillan coming back to for his second year, I think this group is going to be pretty special to watch. But it starts with Mike Evans. He is the number one receiver. He has been a constant force for this team, a constant source of production. Over 1,000 yards in his 11 seasons so far. That is remarkable and amazing at the same time. He got over 1,000 yards despite missing several games last year due to a hamstring injury. So you're hoping, this year he can stay healthy, because they're going to find ways to keep him more fresh with the additions of Emeka Egbuka, Tej Johnson, Jalen McMillan. Having those receivers coming in and helping out this offense, I think is going to be really fun to watch. But Mike has always been a just guy that the quarterback can trust. He's a guy that can find ways to get open in different ways, be versatile. He blocks, he plays hard, does all the right things as a receiver, and is really one of the best receivers in the game today. He just continues to add more to his repertoire, and it's really exciting to see how Josh Grizzard, the new offense coordinator, is going to utilize him, and we could see better matchups for him because other receivers are taking attention away to help out Mike Evans. Then we move to Chris Godwin. Like I said, he's going to have to find a way to get healthy, and hopefully he can stay healthy for the foreseeable future. They re-signed him to a new deal, 3-year contract, and you just hope he can find some of that magic that he had going on last year, because he was playing probably his best yet in his career. He was outstanding. He was on record pace to be one of the top receivers in the league last year, stats wise. He was on a great pace. So you just hope he can get back healthy. The Buccaneers can take their time with him. You might not see him in September, kind of similar to Tristan Wirfs right now. And they're going to play it slow, because you have guys like Jellin McMillan and Emeka Egbuka that can step in and play different roles and be that other presence next to Mike Evans. So that's the benefit that you have. And again, Godwin is he's so good, tough, physical receiver, does all the things you ask for, and a quarterback's best friend, really. And he can do everything you need, and he complements Mike Evans very well, and that's what makes them such a dynamic duo. So it's going to be fun to watch, and hopefully we can see them grow throughout the season as Chris gets healthy and back to 100%. You can see them becoming even better as we get to the second half of the season down the stretch. Then we turn to Jellin McMillan, who probably had one of the best second halves of the regular season. He came on really strong, finished with 8 touchdowns receiving, did a really good job of understanding how to get open against zone coverage. Now he's just got to work on finding ways to be more consistent against man coverage. work on his play strength. He has bulked up, it looks like, a little bit to get stronger with his play through contact and ability to make contested catches. I think that's going to be the next step for him to really ascend his game in 2025. So that will be cool to see. And then you look at the rookie that they brought in, Emeka Egbuka. Really, McMillan and Ibuka are the two players that they're looking to be their future at receiver, or at least part of it, alongside Chris Godwin, because Emeka only 22 years old, but had a really great career at Ohio State. Lots of production, as you see there on the screen, and just smart player, very mature, professional. Really reminds me a lot of Chris Godwin and how he plays. He can do a lot of different things and play inside, outside, and plays the right way. So that's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys haven't seen it yet, be sure to check out our film studies on him. We've done a couple of Emeka Egbuka, and just really talented football player. So it's going to be fun to see what kind of impact he can have, especially going up against lesser cornerbacks on the field. Like, his ability to get the matchups that the Bucs want to look for, it could open up a lot of things for not only himself, but it could open up things for other players such as Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So, and even Jellin McMillan as well. So I think with those four players on the field, I mean, they don't have to be on the field at the same time. It's just going to allow Josh Grizzard and the offensive staff to be more creative, more diverse, more unpredictable in how they call the game. So I think that benefit is going to be a huge factor. And this is why the receiver room is just so strong, because you can go to any of these players, and that's going to be a lot of fun to see how it turns out. And then the other draft pick that they took in Tez Johnson, again, completely different style of player, small in stature, very fast, quick player, can do a lot of different things in the short game. He can get vertical. He can do things in special teams as far as return ability. And it's going to be fun to see how he impacts the team if he does end up making the 53-man roster. Probably going to have to earn it on special teams, but just adds another X factor for the offense where they can use this guy in certain packages and he can make plays for you once he gets the ball in his hands. So that will be fun to see how he develops, and maybe could be someone that the Bucs look to down the road. Who knows? But getting back to the Buccaneers depth chart, it's going to be fun just to see how the the group from last year and the new additions that have been brought in, how they elevate each other, because you really have, still capable receivers with Trey Palmer, Sterling Shepard, Ryan Miller, Raheem Jarrett, Cameron Johnson. It's a really good group, very deep, and a lot of good top end talent. But at the same time, you still have capable guys on the back end that can make an impact. So receiver is definitely one of the strong points for this Buccaneers team. It's a group that they are going to lean on. And obviously, passing the football has become a dominant force in the league today. It's a passing league, like a lot of people have said. And to have this group, it's going to open up so many, options for the Bucs offense. It helps the running game. It helps the quarterback. All those things play a factor. So let us know what you guys think. Hit that like button. Comment down below your thoughts of this Buccaneers receiver room. What do you feel? How do you think they are going to produce this season? And what can we expect to see from the receiving group as a whole? Would love to hear your opinions. Be sure to hit that like button. And with that said, until the next one.